Peace. Get rid of that. Peace. Kofa, G.R.O.W.T.H podcast. Wake your ugly ass up. Happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday, April 18th, 2023. The time is now 6 o'clock. Those of y'all coming in, go ahead and hit that like button for me. You've seen the thumbnail. Today, what I say? I said today is, April 18th. Kind of getting crisscrossed a little bit because I tried this live before and I had some major issues. Apparently, the tube didn't like me talking about Charleston White, but fuck it, I'm gonna roll the dice, talk about it again, because this is something that I take serious. Got some clips today that I want to show y'all. Y'all see the thumbnail. If you didn't, let me go ahead and bring it up real quick. That's me. Hold on. Again, struggle streamer. So here's the thumbnail. It was only white women's culture. What I like to talk about. Let me move myself out of the way. Put myself over myself. The culture, something I've been liking to talk about recently. Black culture, what we've been doing in our community. Unfortunately, the things we've been letting slide for the longest that has become part of the culture. The woke rapist gets a pass. Let me bring it back on me. The woke rapist, Charleston White, self-proclaimed, gets a pass. I'm going in today. I don't got to be on here for a long time, but I want to make it meaningful. I want to get these points across. I want y'all to engage with me. Let me see who's already coming in. Peace to Mona D. Peace to Broken Traditions. Peace to Quiet Storm. Peace to Dear Alone. Salute to everybody. I am your host, Kofa, K-O-F-A. It's phonetic. It's only 4 letters. People still fucking up my name. It's okay. Kofa rhymes with sofa. It's not Kofi, not Kufu, not coffee, or any variation thereof. Once again, this is G.R.O.W.T.H podcast. G.R.O.W. stands for Gentlemen Reaching Our Wealth Through Healing. Again, hit the like button as you come in. Share it on your pages, your respective social media pages. I really appreciate it. Appreciate those that's chiming in. But again, this Charleston White, I call it an issue. Apparently, it's not an issue for a lot of other bigger YouTubers that are interviewing this dude. He's been on some major publications. I believe the brother came out of jail, started, talking very woke-ish and what's wrong in the black community and things we need to do to clean it up. And like others, myself, I like the dude. I was like, okay, he's saying something different. I can fuck with dude. Then that shit started to veer off. First, he having beefs with T.I.'s son and other people that I consider kids, in my opinion, in their 20s, these rappers and stuff like that. Also a self-proclaimed snitch. So we got to talk about that as far as the culture is concerned. But let me go ahead and get over here to some of these comments. Then we're going to go into the videos and start chopping it up. Oh, let me do this first. I'm going to copy the link and put it in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and pin it up there at the top, but y'all also see the poll. Did you wipe your feet? I mean, did you take your shoes off before you came in my house? Did you hit the like button? But there's the link at the chat at the top of the chat. If you guys want to come in a second, when I open up the panel for guests. Let's see. Mona D says, "Hey, girl. I see you. I really appreciate you, Mona. You've been rocking with the boy." Peace to the Quiet Storm. Salute Kofa, new sub from Theo's channel. I really appreciate you coming in, brother. Theo's a solid dude. He be trying to push a lot of us other YouTubers that follow him that have channels and are doing the work, because he gonna get in your ass if you're not doing the work. He gonna call you out. But if you're doing the work and you're running up numbers, he gonna try to push you to that 1,000 subscribers. Also got Broken Traditions. I went to Theo's page based off Broken Traditions. So this is how the social media thing, again, is supposed to work. You're supposed to be social. Try to look out for each other. Everything isn't about beefs and things of that nature. See, Broken Traditions was in here before. He told me don't get shut down again. Tread lightly. Because before, when I came in, I was hot as fish grease because I knew the brother had said some of this stuff, but then I started going down the rabbit hole and just seeing how blatant it was. and seeing how others reacted to it, where it was just like, eh. And I'm not gonna say everybody did that. I did read a lot of comments where they were like, I can't believe this guy's popular. This is who we look up to. These are our leaders, things of that nature. And I was just in here throwing the R word around like a motherfucker. And you don't think YouTube can come in here and hit a button and have your shit lagging or shut it down? I got some beachfront property in Idaho to sell you, because that's exactly what happened. Peace to Dear Alone. Salute to you, King. Appreciate you stopping in. Oh, those that don't know, Broken Traditions, I'm gonna be on his ass for the next month and a half. He threw a joke out there in the chat, I think. It was meant to be a joke, that to see if I could do a live every day in May. And I had just enough people to be like, yeah, go ahead, Kofa, and do it. So I'm gonna try to meet the challenge. Now he's throwing it out there for Mona D. Mona, you got small children and a husband, you got a whole family and a whole other life. I'm not gonna put you on the spot, sis. That's Broken Traditions. Oh, she said she's gonna try though. Pizza, smoke and talk. Be more in the house. Again, brother, gotta come up there and get me some crab cakes. Salute to y'all. Everybody clap it up. Give yourselves a hand. Again, appreciate y'all being here. Let's go ahead and get into these videos. I'm gonna play the first one, and then we're gonna start walking it down, having this discussion.
Them niggas still wanna fuck you. You still a white boy, and boy, ain't nothing like a white boy's booty in jail. I ain't lying. Nigga, we'll rape your mama. Nigga, we'll rape your sister. Nigga, we'll do you bad, white boy. I got a nigga wanna fuck you just cause you white boy. I got a nigga fuck you just cause you a white boy. I ain't bullshit. I killed me a white man. We stood over and watched that bitch die. We say, I don't know nothing about killing no nigga white boy. Well, you got your nigga say we rape white girls and everything coming up. I done been all up in Florida. We go rape your sister, white boy, some kind of way. Yeah, and you got a sister. Man, when I go tell them niggas, but he don't want to be my cellmate. I want to report a crime. Yes, ma'am, I want to report a crime. Somebody pointed a gun at me through the internet screen. Broward County Crime Stoppers. Were you police for real? Yeah, nigga. You a white boy. I don't give a damn about being the police. Yeah, I want to lock people up. Call the police on a nigga or a black person. I damn sure put the police on you. So this is an honor. This is an honor to call the police on you, P&O, in front of the world. The white boy would do my people like this, so I'm gonna do you the same way. Me and you have not committed a crime together. This is called telling, reporting a crime. And I found a video of you holding a gun, brandishing a gun in public in Broward County. So yeah, them people need to know about this. And I'm gonna make sure they know about it.
Now, first he come in there, he talking about getting white boy booty.
Emotional damage.
It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men.
We all know that brother been in prison. He looked all of 120 pounds soaking wet, so ain't no telling what he did in there to get his snacks and survive. But he's supposed to be a big time gang member, but he talking about snitching. Y'all gotta learn to read between the lines. This is why I'm talking about this shit. What the fuck I'm gonna be afraid of? Once again, clarify myself. Been in the Army 15 years. What the fuck somebody gonna do to me that the United States government ain't already showed me or did to me? So this man, little midget motherfucker, and I'm one to talk because I ain't but the goddamn 5'6". But this motherfucker talking about he been to prison, supposed to be so hard telling on folks, but now he coming out talking about raping white men.
It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men.
And they sisters and mamas. That's why I put the title up there. It was just white women, but I want y'all to follow me. Because again, just like I say with the women, if you let people in general talk enough, they gonna tell on their damn self. You gonna know who the fuck they are. You gonna be able to decipher a lot of shit. But after that first video, I'm gonna get over here to these comments. What? Yeah, you ain't never seen those clips, Mona D? But I know brother is popular. He owned all types of different podcasts, all types of different channels, things of that nature. Oh, and let me show y'all this too. What did I just say? And what did Broken Traditions tell me to do? He told me to tread lightly. Don't get shut down again. Tread lightly. Because he was on that live before when things went left. Let me show y'all this. I just started the broadcast. And right before I got on, it said my connection was excellent. As soon as I showed that video, so if I was over there looking off to the side, this is why, y'all. As soon as I showed that video, what does it say? YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, view blah blah something. What is it? As such, viewers will experience buffering. Error. At 6:07. I started promptly at 6 o'clock. It ain't take but 7 minutes, Broken Traditions. Already trying to put a case on you, boy. Get back over here to the comments. But yeah, I was gonna bring Broken Traditions on last time, and I was still having technical difficulties, so I started cooking by myself, and that's when things went crazy. But this is something the brother said then. When I showed him the video, we were doing a little test run. I showed him a couple of the videos I'm getting ready to show y'all, and he just couldn't believe it. Like it took him, what was it, like a day or two? We had spoke, after I showed you the videos, you were like, that shit was crazy. He's just blatantly saying this type of shit. But this is who we popularize in the culture. This is who we support. And when I say support, when I say we, I'm talking about black folks in general. We always bring these cats on because they talk good. They say positive stuff about black people, how we need to change and what they're doing since they got out of prison and shit like that. But then he on here acting a goddamn fool like that as well. And it comes out of his mouth. So if it's coming out of his mouth, it's already been in his head. If it's in your head, it becomes your words. Watch your words because they become your actions. Watch your actions because that becomes your character. Let's move on. I'm going to go to this other video because it was just white women. Let him tell it.
$10,000 last month.
You rape white woman?
You goddamn right we grew up.
This is on Clubhouse, which is the fucking, can't even call it the Wild West. I don't know what the fuck is going on with that app. And unfortunately, Clubhouse is so black. I know we tend to gravitate to our spaces. I don't want to put that on all of us. But when you go over there, it sounds like what the community looks like. I'm going to keep on playing it.
Last month.
You rape white woman?
You goddamn right we grew up raping white hoes, nigga.
Let's get it.
Running trains on them white bitches.
Let's look.
Yeah, we grew up raping white bitches in the South, nigga.
Charleston,
And they my Facebook friends right now today.
Hold on, bugging, bro.
Yo, look.
Yeah, and they my Facebook friends right now today, nigga. Yeah, them same white bitches my Facebook friends.
Yo, Charleston,
they
hold
start
up,
writing
Charleston,
movies
hold up,
about
hold
it.
up, hold up.
50 Shades of Grey.
Hold up, look,
yeah,
Charleston,
they start writing movies about it, nigga.
White girl, Susie, Janet, going through my mind. Sarah Jackson and Julie too.
You telling me this supposed to be the realest nigga out here, keeping it real, but he talking about raping white women in the South, and he end up getting drugged behind somebody's truck. I've told y'all before, I've been in the South my whole life. From Bama, been state hopping between Georgia and Bama my whole life. Let alone just sleeping with a white girl might get you fucked up in some places. But you telling me you graping white girls and ain't shit happen to you?
There's powerful niggardry at work here.
You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
There's no way you're gonna convince me we're not living in the fucking Twilight Zone with a motherfucker like that walking around blatantly. But at the same time, you have a Bill Cosby that's locked up for something that happened 50 years prior. And I do believe that brother did have some part to play in that. I really believe Bill Cosby's guilty. That's me. Don't unfollow me. Don't hate me. But that's me. I can back up my shit. We'll talk about that at another time. R. Kelly. You see how long it took this motherfucker to get locked up, and people been had evidence. But this brother is coming out saying this blatant shit, and we interviewing him. And he's doubling, tripling down on it. But this is our culture. This is what we support so many times. Again, as black folks, what we support. This is who we listen to. This is who we put on repeat. This is who we put out in public spaces. This is who we say, well, the brother ain't wrong. But you get mad at brothers like myself and others in certain spaces when we don't want to vote just blue no matter who. When we question Stacey Abrams about her politics. When we start questioning what are black men getting out the deal of being stepfathers when brothers have been shown examples of having their pockets scraped in family court. When we start talking about these real life issues that a lot of people go through in our community, the men hate the women and so on and so forth. But this dude is talking about he's a self-proclaimed rapist and supports such. And nobody's batting an eye. We just laugh it off because he a silly old man. And bro, ain't but what, late 40s? Let me get over to some of these comments. Yeah, shout out Broken Traditions again. I'm glad you're doing it over again. No matter what, we need to talk about this. We really do. Because there's brothers out here walking around the street that feel and think like this. And move like this. That's the biggest thing. I'm big on action. Again, they be out here moving like this. And everybody just look the other way. Again, this is why I talk so much about the women's issues and things like that a lot of brothers have. Because somebody's supposed to protect our women from guys like this. But there's no incentive to do that. Because guess what? A lot of women will lie on the dude. I just said on the Freaknik thing. A lot of women will lie on the dude that was trying to protect them. Because he should have minded his business. That's one of black folks' favorite saying. That's why I mind my own business. And again, the system get 2 niggas for the price of 1. 1 in the ground and 1 in jail. If that happens, if there's a level of violence. But these motherfuckers walking around scot goddamn free. Salute, Joseph. Appreciate you being in here. Let's see. Oh yeah, BET Uncut. The white girls, man. That, like you said, BET Uncut classic. What's brother name? Almighty KC. I'll never forget. Yo, New York in the building. What's going on? Yeah, Broken Tradition from New York too, but he don't count because he don't like the Knicks. Drew, do you like the Knicks? I don't think I ever asked you, bro. Big Knick fan. Shit, what time the game come on tonight, matter of fact? Shout out to you, brother. Appreciate you stopping in. Joseph Townsend says, I haven't fucked with Charleston White since he said some dumb ish about Nips. Yeah. Again, he's come out and popularized just saying crazy ass shit, but people danced on Kevin Samuel's grave for backing his talk up with facts, data, statistics, and supporting marriage between the average guy and the average woman. But our women have been so told they're not average that doesn't matter, and this man hates women. But this brother can come out and talk shit about Nipsey when Nipsey had turned the corner and trying to build businesses and build a family. But again, a lot of these cats just get an iPhone, a microphone, a YouTube channel, and just start talking crazy, and then people find interest in them and start interviewing them. Ain't that crazy? Let's keep it going. Bingo. I'm glad you said this. Thank you.
Hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man.
Cosby said he did it. Only a few people I've talked to have admitted or said they seen when or heard the tape when he admitted it. He said, you know, he put the drugs in the drink with the intentions of sleeping with him. Keep it going. Theo in here. Theo said, this is literally the first time I've heard Charleston White speak. I've literally skipped every video the algorithm has been feeding. I still don't even know what he's known for. That's crazy. Saying outlandish shit like this, bro, and arguing with T.I. son and talking to other brothers like he said he was going to do the white boy, get him locked up. You can't make this shit up, man. You can't. Quiet Storm said, uh-oh, get out of there, Kofa. Nah, bro, I got to go in. And again, I'm really enjoying my YouTube journey. I started my channel about a year ago. Well, over a year now, back in like January, February last year. So it's been a slow grind. It's been a slow crawl. Me and Broken Traditions always joke that, you know, we building the plane while we fly it. We're figuring things out. But I'm really enjoying this journey. But I have to get this disclaimer out there. Bitch, I got a job. So if all this YouTube shit goes away, you can see my subscribers, I'm not monetized. If all this shit go away tomorrow, I'm still blessed enough by the Most High. I got a job I can get up, go to, the same job I've been doing for the last 15 years, providing for my girls. So Kofa's good. This is why Kofa can afford to talk this shit. Again, what the fuck somebody gonna do to me the United States government haven't already done or showed me? Say it again. Bitch, I got a job.
Hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man.
Get some more of these comments. Yeah, Drew referring to when I made that reference to the Freaknik on my other video. They had the Greek Fest. I forgot who somebody else was in from the that was LaRon. That was Broken Traditions that mentioned Greek Fest. Same type of vibes. Peace, JC. Appreciate you stopping in, brother. Y'all make sure, it's a lot of y'all in here with channels. I know we all mainly follow each other, but go ahead and just drop your links in the chat just for the playback, just in case anybody does see it later on and they do want to go follow you. So JC, Coop, Drew, Broken Traditions, Mona, everybody make sure they drop they links in the chat. Yeah, Mona Go says Cosby is free. Yeah, they did let him out. I forgot, but that's wild. I think it was more health and age complications than anything. What's going on? Shout out to you too, Mo. Y'all make sure y'all go follow Mo as well. Subscribe to Mo. Mo says he just goes on podcasts and trolls. Only time we see him is in reaction podcasts. Yeah, but that's the thing. Even with the reaction podcast, Mo, somebody had to give a full interview to this jackass for somebody to be able to chop it up and go back and review and react to those. So people are still, and this motherfucker is getting paid for some of these podcasts he going on. That's wild. Let me get to this other video, man, because this, again, it really bothers me. And let me go ahead and share this story with y'all before I do get to this other video of why it bothers me so much. So some of y'all know that been following me for a minute. I've been in the Army 15 years, got like 5 or 6 before I go ahead and hang it up and retire. I work for the federal government. I don't mind telling this shit because guess what? Once again, y'all not gonna do or dox me. The federal government literally has my DNA on file. I done seen and did some shit that I'll have to take to my fucking grave. So I'm not scared of none of you motherfuckers. That's a soundbite I gotta get. Gotta get that Bernie Mac. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. So I'm gonna talk this shit. Cause what I do for a living does not define me as a man. But let me go ahead and tell this story. I used to work for the state of Georgia in juvenile justice. So I've worked with youth. I've worked with young people that were sexually assaulted, raped, molested, all that. And it had screwed their minds up so much, especially the older ones, 16, 17, they didn't even think that anything bad had happened to them, especially the boys. The boys thought he had just got some ass when he was 11 or 12, but he knows how to eat box because of the babysitter or a family member. Because we don't like to talk about that. I've touched on it here and there. I know Drew has went to town on it, but we might have to do a collab and just swap stories Unfortunately, we know people that have gone through that. But I'm talking about Charleston White because he's talking about they used to do that back in the day. I'm getting ready to get to that video. But I had a little girl in juvenile justice that was 14. She had a 2-year-old son. Let's do some quick math. Y'all know I don't like to do math in public. But she had a 2-year-old son at the age of 14. So if she's a mother at 14 of a 2-year-old, that means she had him at what age? 12. Which means she was sexually assaulted at what age? 11. I don't joke about rape. I don't joke about sexual assault. I've seen the damage that it does to people long term. I was talking to a girl one time and we had already been intimate, but it's crazy those little triggers that happen. One day she's washing dishes, me trying to be sweetheart Kofa, walks up behind her, puts my hand on her waist to, give her a kiss on the cheek or whatnot. She turns around and flips. Don't do that. Don't walk up behind me. Don't scare me like that. Like, say something when you, flips on me. And I'm sitting there like, what the fuck did I do? Later on, when she calmed down, we were chilling. I'm like, all right, cool. We sit down later on and have this conversation. And she explains to me what happened to her. That's how she got touched on as a little girl by a mama's boyfriend. He would do that. He would wait till she was busy, bending over, picking up something while she was cleaning up. That before he would make his move. So that was a trigger for her. I didn't know. But again, this is stuff that I take into account. So when I'm talking about this stuff and I'm talking to the brothers about getting better, or I'm talking about what women to avoid, I'm taking all this stuff into account. I know our sisters have been through a lot, but until you go get therapy and get some help, and that's only going to help so much for some people, because some people have been mentally broken. Again, this is a woman that I had slept with. So I'm wondering why she's spazzing out like that. Again, another quick story. Another young man I had in juvenile justice. Big dude. He about 6'2". He only 14. He's 6'2", husky dude. Look like he should have been on somebody's O-line. But he talked like this. Soft as he want to be. Very effeminate. Gay. And the young boys in there, they used to fuck with him. Call them all types of sissies and F words and things like that. And me being the teacher in the class, I got to calm all that down. So one day, I come to work on a Monday. I'm looking for him. He's not in class. I asked one of the guards, hey, where's so-and-so? Oh, he down there on the pod. He got in a fight this weekend. Oh, he got in a fight this weekend. Man, them boys was like, yo, man, that sister whipped such and such ass, Mr. So-and-so. He blah, 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 blah. They started going off about the fight. So it was some guys that were picking on him. Again, he got sick of that shit and mollywopped their ass. Because he's 6'2", big ass dude. They didn't think he was going to do nothing because he was a sissy. So I pulled him out of class when he comes back to class the next day or two. Man, what happened, man? They ain't like you, man. What you out there fighting for, bro? What the fuck going on? I can't help how I feel. I can't help what happened to me. Somebody had raped that boy. So I know we going back and forth on this debate of are people born gay or what happens to them. Things can happen to people and they turn that way. Don't believe me? Because you understand that when a young woman is molested or sexually assaulted early and she starts being promiscuous on into her adulthood, or you understand that if that happens to her, she just flat out doesn't want to deal with a man at all. So what do you think happens to young boys when that happens? Sometimes it flips that switch. Anyways, let me get over here to this other video. We're going to play this video and then I'm going to get to y'all comments.
We didn't have one-on-one sex, nigga, growing up. How do you find out if a girl really like you? And when we was growing up, you try to run a train on her. And if she say no, then that's how you know she gonna be your girlfriend. She ain't a flipper. That's how we picked our girls. Every girl had to get pressured for this. Nigga, that was rape. Now that I've studied law and I work in the juvenile system and I went in the juvenile system and understand what we was doing. Coercion is rape. Having her come over and get her drunk, intending to sleep with her is rape. We don't know that, but we raping. When she get to the college and she start messing with the older seniors, get over her and get her drunk, that's rape. When you pull up on her at the club, at the bar, nigga trying to get her drunk to go home with her, that's rape. But just because I don't say it like that, nigga, we all done raped before. This is a rape culture, hip hop. This is a violent, murderous, rape, drug addicted culture. It promotes rape. You can go back from songs in the 80s, nigga. E40, Sweet 16, man, these niggas been talking about fucking babies for a long time in the rap music. Now it's get her intoxicated and fuck on her. Give her a perk, give her a Xanax.
Now, what I will say on that, the brother's not wrong. But this is the type of shit that we hear and see, and then all of a sudden everybody woke.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, black, I'm blacker than black, yo, because I'm black and I'm back.
Had to turn my lights up. But yeah, brothers will say something real. He wasn't lying. That coercion, things of that nature, but I'm gonna play it again because I want to point out some things. I want to make sure y'all caught it.
We didn't have one-on-one sex, nigga, growing up. How do you find out if a girl really like you? And when we was growing up, you try to run a train on her.
Now, before, remember, he said he was only messing with white girls. His brother's from Texas. Texas racist as fuck too. So it has its pockets of black communities out there as well. So 9 times out of 10, who are you raised around? Who do you have access to? I'm not saying he's lying and that he only did it to white girls. Maybe he's telling the truth. I'm just kind of playing devil's advocate right now, listening with a good ear. If you talking about this is how you did your girlfriends, especially back then, this brother's older than me, and I know my mama told me don't bring no white girl home for the longest. So I know he heard that shit. So who were they testing to see if they was gonna be their girlfriend?
And if she say no, then that's how you know she gonna be your girlfriend. She ain't a flipper. That's how we picked our girls. Every girl had to get pressured for this. Nigga, that was rape. Now that I've studied law and I work in the juvenile system and I went in the juvenile system and understood.
He's presenting it as if now he's doing the Lord's work because he studied law and he's doing that. And this is something black folks got to stop doing. This whole let people burn the community down, and then when they get older, they get all this sage wisdom, and then it's fair for them to, try to make up for the ills and the wrongs that they did and things of that nature. We got to stop that shit, because you know what you're doing at the same time? There's solid ass people out there that would never do that shit, that haven't done that shit, and then you're going to hold them to a higher level of accountability for not stopping motherfuckers like this. If not, tell them that they lame, they born, and everything else. And guess what? It's not just the goddamn kids. It's grown folks that think like this. You see how this motherfucker talking?
And what we was doing. Coercion is rape. Having her come over and get her drunk, intending to sleep with her is rape. We don't know that, but we raping. When she get to the college and she start messing with the older seniors, get over her and get her drunk, that's rape. When you pull up on her at the club, at the bar, nigga trying to get her drunk to go home with her, that's rape. But just because I don't say it like that, nigga, we all done raped before. This is a rape culture.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
No, nigga, we have not all raped Charleston White. Miss me with that shit, bro. This is the thing. Brothers grow up around certain type of cats, or they know they be on that bullshit, then they try to paint every black man like that. You know how many times I got fucking clown, and I done told y'all this before, I'm gonna keep fucking repeating it. It's gonna be a Kofa mantra. Brothers, stop fucking with married women, stop fucking with drunk women. Some of my partners used to clown me about that shit. And it's a gray area because this is Kofa's feelings again. If you've been drinking as a man, if she's been drinking as a woman, both of y'all drunk, Neither one of y'all can consent. That's my opinion. But it's just a fucking opinion. What the law says is she can't consent. When I was just talking to y'all the other night about Freaknik and Mark Lamont Hill comment about black men being predatory and things like that, I brought up the law of Georgia. And it was on, and grape was only defined as a female victim or somebody under the age of 16 of consent. So maybe a young little boy. They don't give a fuck about no teenage boy up to grown manhood. Brothers, please understand the law, understand what you're getting into, understand how you having these conversations with these young men, because guess what? I've seen it where brothers are hype up young men that, oh, he just got some pussy. And I've also been laughed out the room having these conversations with black men. I started to say we, but I got to check that shit. Because again, I've been socialized to say we because I'm talking about black men in general, but I know it's not brothers across the board. But once you say something in general as a black man, it's across the board. Again, you can attach anything negative to a black man. But no, Charleston White, we have not all raped. Hold yourself accountable. I'm glad you're saying that shit out loud so people know who the fuck you are. But again, the culture is giving this woke ass nigga a pass. Get over here to these comments. Let me scroll back up, y'all. I appreciate y'all rocking with me, man. I appreciate y'all being here. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Y'all was in here going off for a minute. Who comments you? Quiet Storm says, salute Kofa, don't do a day over 20 years. Salute to the veterans. I appreciate you, brother. Mo says it's sick, but these women getting away and charging these boys for child support is disgusting. I ain't even touch on them on them 3 teachers. Might have to circle back. I know sometimes I'll be at a lag. I really try to wait things out and try to see what the real story is going to be, because sometimes these stories come out and just catch fire, and then you find out that the story is not 100% accurate as what it was first put out to be. But yes, there are women out here taking advantage of these young boys and then hollering about child support later on. The boy ain't got a job in the first, but somehow this makes sense to the system. And again, y'all, I keep telling y'all, the system gonna system. People are gonna people. Joe Townsend, I appreciate you, brothers. That's fire. JC, I hate that for you, bro. He said, look, that's why I love sucking toes. It was the babysitter. Now, I know you were probably, JC, you like a healthy dude, man. I know we ain't met in public, but were you a big kid? Because a lot of these women that take advantage of young men, regardless of their age, but just because of his size. He built like a grown man, not knowing you still got the mind of a fucking 12-year-old because you're fucking 12 years old.
Hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man.
And it always amazes me how we talk about women mature faster than men, they're smarter than men, all that shit. But these women regular sleeping with little boys. And this is our culture. Y'all can get mad and get wokey woke and want to talk about white culture and shit like that. I'm talking about our people. You got to clean up your own house. We know where we live at. We know what our people done been through. You can be woke as you want to be. Like I say all the time, I was woke before the sun got out of bed. I got a strong piece of knowledge. But at the same time, we're going to have to hold each other accountable and start building some shit and doing better, like Theo says, and stop giving cats like this Charleston White clown a fucking pass. Yep. Trauma, sad, unsafe. That was why, I don't know if y'all seen that, the comedian, D. Ray Davis, he said he's a grown ass man and he don't go down on women. He don't give oral sex. He don't eat pussy because of his babysitter or his mom, one of his mom's friends or something. I think it was one of his mom's friends. So y'all be worried about these play uncles and your dad's homeboys and shit like that. It sometimes be your mama friends. It is common, Mo. It is. Exactly what I just said. You had beat me to it in the comments, but I'm just getting to it. It's because people just go off of looks and don't get to know the emotional intelligence of that person. It is, man. It get deep, bro. It get deep. I've in the last probably 4 years now. I know for the last 4 years, I've met at least 2 to 3 grown men, face to face, not YouTube space, face to face. They said they were molested as young boys. All of them molested by women. None of the women held accountable, even when they told. The ones that told never got any type of justice. But I'm glad they did tell, so we can start telling these stories for each other and with each other and getting them out loud in public, because it's still happening. Facts. My mama got me that book, Mo, the Nathan McCall, Make Me Want to Holler. I still got it downstairs now. This is a book and this was a thing. Guys running trains. It's so much information that brother put in that book. My mama got me that. I think that was my my graduation present. Yes, y'all make sure y'all sub, hit the like button. Again, I appreciate everybody being in here, man. I remember when I did my first appreciation video when I reached 300 subscribers, and now I'm at like 850, I think. Shout out to Theo again, if you still in here, bro. I got like 4 or 5 subscribers off of your live this morning. You know, working your magic. I really appreciate you, bro. So that got me to even 850. Got 150 more to go before I hit that 1,000 threshold. I'm gonna keep putting out content. I can see myself hitting it in May, since again, Broken Traditions issued the challenge for me to go live every day in May. I am gonna make that happen. That is a good goal for me to set, to make sure I do hit 1,000 subscribers and work on these watch hours, because I would like to do full YouTube full time if possible one day, because it just branches out into other things I've already had working on. I am working on the book. I'll share that probably with you in May. Use that as one of the talking points. But yes, make sure y'all like and subscribe. I appreciate you again, Broken Traditions. Yes, brother. Thank you for the recognition, because I am taking a risk doing this video. For whatever reason, I showed y'all what happened when it came up. I had an excellent connection, then it started glitching. But I guess I'm rolling now. It's back to an excellent connection, so I ain't gonna talk too bad about YouTube before they hit me with the button again. Mo, you ain't shit. Look, I'm finna get demonetized fucking around talking about YouTube's altar boy, because they let his content fly on the channel when he talking about doing all this shit to people. Whether it's in the past or not, he's still on these podcasts. Again, I've seen him everywhere from Vlad. I'm getting ready to show one of them. From everywhere from Vlad to Anton Daniels interviewing him. So what's there to say about the culture again? Yeah, everything he says gets worse. And you see, I started out with the grainy videos, right? I ain't even got to the one that's gonna take the cake, which makes me question if he was only doing this to white women. But brothers will say that to try to look woke.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all.
People will say that stuff to look woke, and unfortunately, we got enough black people in our community to be like, well, he did it to white folks, so I mean, it really don't matter. No, that's who the fuck this person is. That's their character. It's only a matter of time for that shit spill over to our community. Look, Mo said she grew up when they started worshiping white women. But you know what? I got a brother that I was in the army with, and he would hop over 10 black women to get to a white girl. But most brothers don't move like that, Mo. Now we might knock one down because all pussy is pink. Let's just keep it a buck. But we know who we're not gonna take home, whether it's some ratchet ass chick that's of a lighter hue or a sister. It's just certain shit men ain't gonna put up with. And a lot of this stuff with the stigma of just dating a white woman, a lot of brothers, even afraid to. And sometimes we don't even have the opportunity to, just because of our vicinity. But that's another conversation for another day. Hey, look, just for that.
In the criminal justice system, sexually based offenses are considered especially heinous.
I was saving that soundbite to the next video, but yes, y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Mona D. Everybody that got a channel in here, appreciate you dropping that in, Theo. Y'all share each other's channels again. I know we're all kind of fam in here from what I'm seeing. I got some new subscribers in here. I appreciate it as well. Probably got some new onlookers as well. Y'all go ahead and hit that subscribe button while I'm up here live. I got a really cool widget I want to see pop up live one day. So if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I promise y'all I'm coming with more content. But yes, drop your links, your channels in the chat, just in case the playback, and you can get subscribers off of that as well. Look, Theo says, bro, glad I never watched a video of him before today. Exactly, bro. And so many of us got caught up. I first started seeing him on Instagram, posting crazy ass shit like that. But people, you know, again, the brother isn't far off when you talking about the gangs and shit like that. But you got to be aware of these leaders that just kind of pop up. Yeah, Broken Tradition says facts. Broken Tradition, what's that brother name down in Memphis? You had did your video on in the politics that lost a job and then got his position back. Drop that in the chat, cause that's another leader we're being given right now. Hey, Kathy B. Hey, girl. I'm country. For those that don't know, in the South, girl is sometimes pronounced gull, G-U-L-L. Yep. Appreciate your dress, Dre. I've been waiting for that shit. Y'all make sure y'all kiss the ring. Who am I?
Michael Corleone at the microphone.
I appreciate y'all being in here. I appreciate that subscription. Get back to Mo comment. Yes, that is a stereotype, Mo. Look up the Negro Brute. This is an old trope. I think it was popularized in the very first God, what's the film? Oh, the old black and white film. I lost my train of thought just that damn quick. Where it had white men dressed up in blackface running around raping white women. Birth of a Nation. Birth of a Nation. The original one. The one that basically the Klan put out, not Nate Parker's film, which was great, by the way. They tried to do their brother dirty too. Keep on going. Look, Mo dropping. I apologize, Mo. I apologize to Mona the other day. I got to find one for the ladies, but y'all in here killing it. But you get this.
Hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man.
There goes that lady. I appreciate you, sis. Mo in here dropping jewels today. I did not know that. In Jersey, a woman has to affirmatively say yes. So Mona, do you think, I don't know if you got kids or young nephews or anything like that may be, you know, out there dibbling and dabbling with the ladies, but how do you approach that? How do you tell them to approach that? I mean, other than affirmative, yes, but then that could turn into he say, she say. So do y'all think that men should like really get affirmative contracts? Like, do you agree to sleep with me and not call the police tomorrow? Check yes or no, like some old school shit we used to ask, do you like me, yes or no? Will you fuck me tonight, yes or no? And have a date stamp on there and get that shit notarized? It's crazy. It sounds insane, but I know it's a lot of brothers behind that wall right now that wish they would have. Again, but this motherfucker walk around free talking about he used to do this shit all the time. Damn, JC. JC said he wasn't even 12 yet. So he not even scratching puberty. Couldn't have got that woman off of him or told her no if he really wanted to. I hate that shit happened to you, bro. I really do. Mo says, ask how many black women been sexually assaulted. I know quite a few as well. Again, that's why I don't take it lightly. I'm gonna say family members, because I don't want to specify and put anybody's business out there that may not be ready to tell that story. But the stories I heard from when I was young, I never wanted to be that type of dude. I never wanted to be that guy. And it stuck with me because I saw what happened. Some became promiscuous. Some shut down. There's different things that happen because of that. Oh, I'm glad you said something, Mo. It just made me think about something. That's something I got to do in May. I'm not glad that happened to you. Let me clarify. But I'm glad you said that out loud, sis, because it made me think of a sister down here in Atlanta that teaches firearm safety. And she's very open about what she survived. And that's one of the reasons she picked up that great equalizer, a pistol. It is way more common than we like to think. And I want to clarify something. I'm not negating anything that the sisters have been through. But when I'm talking about the men, if the women aren't getting justice, just stop for a second and think. Do you think these young boys are? A lot of this stuff, as far as males are concerned, goes underreported. That's why I go so hard and became a male advocate. Because I used to be the guy that, you know, because of these stories I heard from my family members when I was younger and not wanting to be that guy, it low-key turned me into a simp. So going through the headache, the heartache, and the financial strain that I went through dealing with women, I've had great relationships with women too. So let's clarify that before you, this nigga just needs a pussy. No, but going through that stuff, I started to see it from a different angle. Then having conversations with men, I started seeing it from a different angle, which is another reason why I started this channel. But I do try to be fair and balanced. So if the women are going through it and not getting justice a lot of times, you got to think, what are the boys that eventually become men go through and don't get any justice? Let me get back over to this other video. This would dude just get blatant and foolish with it. Again, which further makes me question, was it just white women that he was doing this to? Oh, my video not playing. So I might have to update this. Y'all bear with me. Again, it's doing it again. I'll show y'all again. It went from excellent, it went for poor, now it's saying excellent. But now I'm getting a spinny thing on my laptop. I wish I could make this up, y'all, but I can't. So I am going to keep talking. Because now it's saying excellent connection when I'm trying to show y'all this YouTube channel. Let me bring it back on me real quick. Or try to. If y'all can still hear me in the chat, drop a 1 real quick. Because now I'm frozen up again. And I don't know why. Freezing. But I'm going to keep talking until this unfreezes. But again, this is a sensitive topic to me because of that. Let me try to scroll some of these comments because my equipment's freezing up. See, Mona said, y'all heard what happened with Jonathan Majors. He's getting dropped from everything. I didn't know that the brother was getting dropped from everything. Let Let me scroll back up and get to some of these comments. Again, my equipment's freezing. I don't know why. I'm not going to say I never had. The only time I had this issue was when I did this video, when I had it this severe. But I'm still on here with y'all. I do not want to stop this live. And now saying my application isn't responding. I don't want to quit. I might have to and come right back in. Y'all stay there with me. I don't know what's going on with it. Like, they did not want this. They don't want your boy to be great. But if y'all can still hear me, drop that one. Okay, y'all, I see him. I'm seeing him. It is glitched. So this is what I'm going to do. Don't go nowhere. I'm going to quit the program. I'm going to hop back in and see if it picks back up. Okay, I'm back in here. Back in here. Now it is glitching. I don't know why. So I'm going to skip that one video. I see I still got 10 people. I appreciate y'all staying in here with me. I don't know why I did that. It is killing me. I'm going to keep cooking on y'all comments though. Then I'm going to try to get to a video. I'm going to see if it just picks up from the lag. Maybe it just needs to warm up. Let's see. Peace, Brian. Smoker Talk in the building again. Baltimore, what's going on? Theo says, no lie, bro. I never thought about this until right now. When I was a teenager, grown women would hit on me when I'd be with my mom, and my mom would shut that shit down every time. And I'm sure as a young man, you just thought the lady was being nice, but looking back as a grown man, you like, you old nasty bitch. Where my Bernie Mac? I gotta update my board, Theo. I'm trying to keep up with you.
Nasty bitch.
You looking back like, man, what the fuck? Yeah, I just talked about this the other night when I was talking to when I was speaking on Freaknik mode, that it's a lot of moms that do get jealous. Emotional incest. That's gonna be another one of the lives. There's gonna be another one of the videos I dig in. I kind of touched on it before, when the channel was really, really small. But yeah, emotional incest is a real thing. Yeah, again, he just said it. He thought it was being embarrassed, but now I think about it, she was doing her job. Because women will, especially again, if you're a bigger kid, I know dudes that was in high school that was fucking some of the teachers. So when this stuff started coming out about these teachers now, I'm not surprised. I'm really not. Same thing. My mom would always tell me I couldn't wear pajamas in front of people. It felt off. Then I found out why. And then everybody, oh, we're policing women's bodies. Tell the men to control themselves. Things of that nature. No, you teach some type of modesty, even to the boys. Like even in Islam, everybody sees, the women in their hijabs and they say, oh, these women are so oppressed. It's about modesty. The men have to be modest too. I can't just walk around with these bullshit hoochie daddy shorts on with my left nut hanging out. It's about modesty. Because you don't know that person that's going to click and do something to somebody, male or female. There was a video I played talking about the Freaknik when one of the brothers was like, hey, sisters, I'm not going to touch you, but I can't say that anybody else won't, so dress appropriate. Unfortunately, people took that as, oh, he's controlling her body. Oh, you support these guys. You need to get control of them. And as I've always said, now how am I going to get control of a grown-ass man when it's women that are willing and able to participate in his bullshit? Or she low-key inviting, she throwing all types of choosing signals, flirting with him, licking ice cream seductively. Hold on. I'm trying to make sure. Something else crazy just popped up. But she's licking ice cream seductively, staring in his eyes. And then when he rolls over there and she grinding on him and he grabs her ass cheek, now all of a sudden he's a rapist. It's levels and layers to this, man. It's crazy. Damn, Mo, you worse than me, Short. I done ended up in Facebook jail a couple of times. But you said this happened to me on IG. You reposted something and got banned. Jesus. Yeah, Mona, I wanted to bring your comment up. I saw it when it was glitching a second ago. Y'all heard what happened with Jonathan Majors? He's getting dropped from everything. I didn't know that. Over an accusation. And it happened to me. I got my ass whooped for 30 minutes by a chick. And the day I flipped out, I almost Tory Lanez. That's another video on my channel. You can go back and look. I almost Tory Lanez and Gervonta Davis myself. Because when I snapped. I got tired of it. Men don't like having hands put on them either. Luckily, she started spazzing out on the police and her ass ended up getting locked up. But Jesus Christ. And again, I showed the pictures and all that. Go look up my video, how I almost Tory Lanez and Gervonta Davis myself. I did two different videos on that, 2 different lives. So if you got younger sons, nephews and shit, tell them to go watch that shit. But yeah, I did not know bro had started getting dropped. Justin J. Peterson, that's the other leader in Memphis that we were talking about. So again, Charleston White, I'm gonna bring it back to him. Try to play this other video because that's what we're being showed as leadership and doing the right thing in the community. Y'all give me one quick second while I bring this up because I am going to try to play it. We said it was, which one? This is the one. Since it wouldn't let me play it from there. I'm gonna try to share this screen real quick with y'all.
You goddamn right. You goddamn right. What's been going on, man? Oh, man, nothing. Sitting here talking to these people, telling them about when I raped this one girl one time. Bitch come home with me, let me eat on her pussy. We worked together. She was allowed to me. She let me. She let me eat on her pussy. And then when I get ready to stick it in, she say no. So I took it. You did the right thing. That's what I told him. I did the right thing. Yeah, bitch. I verbally abuse women. And I'm mentally abusive. And I do some psychological abuse. It all warrants what the bitch do. I'm a man that strongly believe that some women need their ass whooped and they pussy too. So I advocate rape too for some people. Some bitches need a good raping. So you get your motherfucking ass out of here, bitch, if you got a problem with what I say. I don't believe women shouldn't be beat. I think it's okay to whoop a hoe. You can't tell no man.
Can't make this shit up, y'all. Y'all drop some ones in the chat if y'all heard that. If I need to replay it, I will. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Were y'all able to hear that clear? I had to go on another platform and play it. But appreciate it, JC. I know it was blurry. That wasn't my equipment. That's actually how the video was posted. That's how it came up. But that's crazy. You see what he said? He advocate for it. But people are raised hell with brothers like myself for advocating for men. Somebody please, y'all gotta make it make sense to me. You gotta make it make sense to me. You can't because it don't. But this brother walking around scot-free, going on these different podcasts, saying this outlandish shit. And people seem to be cool with it. Again, our culture is fucked up. But everybody want to be goddamn woke.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all.
You can't make this shit up, man. You really can't. And then and then I'm gonna play this other video, and then we can keep the conversation going. But I'm gonna get to these comments real quick. I want to catch up on them. He said, Kofa with the sub animation. That was for my subscriber. Appreciate you, Just. Again. Exactly, Mona. When I asked that question earlier, can they sign the consent form? But does it count if they sign it before. If there's a clause in there, does it count before? And see, and this is the fucked up thing where we start getting into these blurred lines. Because I don't want anybody that actually sexually assaults or rapes somebody to be walking around scot-free. I don't want anybody that didn't to go to jail all of a sudden just because a woman started screaming rape because she was embarrassed. And that's where I think some of this stuff is going to come from this Freaknik documentary. It ain't just going to be a bunch of mamas and aunties being called hoes. Again, sisters, you worried about what you're being called, where some brother out there that may be getting ready to lose his livelihood. But again, everybody should have thought about that, right? Or the men should have just thought about that before they went down to Freaknik, but the women get a pass. Don't get me on my tangent. But again, y'all see how easy it is to blur these lines? And I know I hurt a lot of feelings. I'll be pissing people off until it's your son. Until it's your son. A lot of women aren't going to understand until it's your son. Look, I'm telling my son to get contracts and video. Like, people are going to take that the wrong way. Say, oh, she turning her son into some freaks. Man, you better get something on tape. The initial interaction, how happy she was, shit like that. I really think that's why some of the passport bros is getting interactions and videos like that. You're not finna get me caught up in another country. No, we finna get at least the initial interaction on tape. Yeah, being under the influence doesn't count. I just hate the way the law is written so specifically for women, because guess what? The men be just as drunk or high, and the chicks be going over there to get high. She going over there to give up the box for a bag, for a couple of pills. And then all of a sudden, if she wake up and she don't want to recognize what she just did, or she embarrassed because the wrong person found out, now all of a sudden this brother's a rapist when she went over there intentionally for that. We done seen what happened to Pac. We seen what happened to Mike Tyson. As far as the kids being sexually assaulted by these teachers, and now these boys on the hook for child support. Can't imagine getting abused then having to pay the person. That's wild. But again, why I started this channel as a male advocate, some of these laws got to change. And I got a couple of people's numbers here in Georgia that I do need to reach out to and go ahead and start trying to make I know it was glitching, but y'all seen that video where he's sitting there talking to the dude, and he tell him, hey man, she let me eat the box, and then, you know, she then I tried to stick it in, she wouldn't let me, so I just went ahead and took it. And the dude outside the car talking about, you did the right thing. This is people's mind states. Do want to interject this though. Was it a sexual assault for the woman? Because she gave the oral sex more than likely with the understanding that they were going to have actual physical sex, and then she changed her mind. And the reason why I'm asking that, y'all stay with me. The reason why I'm asking that, if the genders were reversed and the dude just got some head and she was like, okay, now it's my turn, and he just pulled up his pants and left, did he just sexually assault her? Did he force her to provide oral sex for him? Again, just playing the devil's advocate. We got to start talking about this shit across the board. I am not cool with rape. I'm not. But that goes either way. I'm not cool with the sexual games. If we fucking, we fucking. If we not, then we not. But we don't need to sit up here and be playing. Hold up. Froze again. Y'all drop a one in the chat if y'all can hear me. My equipment froze again. It's doing. YouTube didn't want me to be great. It's okay. I'm glad people did stick around or come back in. We were having a good live, and then guess what? It froze up on me. But it's okay. We still back. So I'm going to have to take these videos and chop them up. And make sure I get back in here. Y'all drop a one if y'all can see me, y'all can hear me. I'm back in. Appreciate you, Mo. Appreciate you, Mo. Last video, hopefully last restart. Hopefully everybody can come back in. But again, I would try to wait. I don't know what's going on with my equipment. I really do think that it's the topic, because those of y'all that was on my live the other day, it was crystal clear. Ran real good. I could talk about Freaknik all day. I could talk about accusing black men of sexual assault when it's possible that wasn't the case. But having a full-on admitted rapist seems to be a problem. He's very popular in this YouTube space. So I wonder what's really going on. But that's just me. That's a conspiracy theorist in me. If y'all new to coming in, I know I lost some people because the equipment froze. However, I'm going to keep cooking on this. I'm getting ready to play this last video. And then I'm going to open up the floor if anybody does want to come in. If nobody wants to come in, I can go ahead and shut down early. I was going to try to cook to about 8 when Mind Games Uncut went on. If any of you guys follow me, make sure you follow him. If you follow Broken Traditions, make sure you follow Mind Games Uncut. Those are my cigar brothers. Those are my podcast brothers as well. But let's get into this last video and then we'll further discuss.
Up at any high school with 52 weeks in a year, and I can bring a killer before a crowd of kids and tell them I can tell them everything they want to hear. And I tell them everything they want to hear so I can tell them motherfuckers everything they need to hear. This is what redemption look like, man. Not the internet persona of the mother. This is what redemption really looks like, right? Because I wanted to kill. I wanted to be gangster. I wanted to take your daughter's pussy. If she came over here to fuck my homeboy, she go fuck all of us. We thought that was the culture, right? Nigga, you run a train on the bitch. So nigga, we were raping too. We were getting them drunk, sneaking shit, man. We were raping too, but that was the culture, we thought, right? So
again, the culture. We just make up shit as we go, thinking it's cool, hyping it up, and then when brothers especially push back against it, he's lame, he a old bitch ass nigga, what type of nigga don't want no pussy? You hear all that shit. I'm telling you what I've personally heard, just because I wasn't with a lot of that shit. Y'all excuse me. Just because I wasn't with a lot of that shit. And I'm not perfect, but rapist I am not. I just always thought that was some of the lamest shit in the world. You had to take some ass. I also think game is lame. You gotta lie to a woman. You gotta finesse a woman to get her to sleep with you. Shawty either fucking with you or she ain't. But a lot of times these women fucking with you based off a lie, which is also absolutely insane to me. But like Jackass said, Charleston White, coercion is great. He's not wrong in that. But to do all that and blatantly leave it on his face and don't nobody say shit, you still got him on your fucking podcast because he's so fucking woke. You know somebody that he gonna keep it all the way real.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, I'm blacker than black, yo, because I'm black and I'm back.
A bullshit?
Bullshit. I call bullshit on that, man.
There is powerful niggardry at work here.
But we keep this shit going. It keeps getting popular. People keep subscribing. People keep paying attention to it. Now, some of those people may be bots, fake accounts, whatever the case. But unfortunately, like I said, I pivoted over to Clubhouse for a second. Clubhouse sounds like the black community looks. YouTube ain't that far off. Some of the comments that get left, some of the videos get made, the infighting, the people, again, a Charleston White motherfucker, the people that are popularized. This is our community. This is the culture. We love niggas running the street after he done blew people head off and then he finally get his, a bullet come back around him or he get locked up. R.I.P. so-and-so. He was the realest. Motherfucker was a murderer. A rapist. But he was the realest. Our women get caught up in this shit all the time, which is why I talk what I talk. I don't need a man. I want me a real nigga. And that's what a lot of our sisters end up getting caught up with. Real niggas. Until something bad, then the lame guy ain't so lame. He's supposed to throw on his cape and play superhero. And again, when he gets smoked or he get beat up, he get jumped, he take the L in trying to defend her honor, ain't nobody there to help him pick up the pieces. Once again, black folks' favorite term. That's why I mind my business. He should have minded his business. That ain't my business. So where's the incentive to even step up and protect these sisters? Protect people in the community in general. Because I just showed y'all, I'm not going to say I proved it, but I at least showed you something to question when he's talking about, oh, it was just white girls. And then that quickly turned into the girls that we grew up with. 9 times out of 10 other black little girls. Then it turned into a co-worker. That could have been anybody. But again, when he was on these other platforms, he felt the need to specify because that shit is supposed to be so woke. And I'm so sick of black people thinking that because you did something dastardly to a white person or you applauded something bad happening to a white person, that you woke. You're pro-black. You support your people. That's some of the most ignorant shit. Shout out to Broker Traditions again, because that brother been on fire lately.
Hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man.
I was going to talk about that issue in Chicago either tomorrow or Thursday. You beat me to it, brother, but I would love to have you on if you can one of those days. It might have to be tomorrow, because I forgot we're supposed to link up Thursday. So I'll figure it out. We'll figure it out before you dip out, Broker Traditions. But y'all see what happened in Chicago. These teens running wild in the streets, jumped a white woman, stomped her out. So I guess that was a positive. Because I am going to talk about that shit. Because again, this is the culture. Where are the parents at? More often than not, it ain't just going to be the parents. It's going to be where they daddies at. Once again, find the nearest black man to blame. While motherfuckers like Charleston White around here getting all types of accolades. Because he's helping the youth now. Black folks, we got to stop that shit. You know this shit is wrong. You knew it was wrong when you were younger. But if you keep portraying this shit as adults, 30, 40 years old, hell, late 20s, what do you think the youth is picking up on? Oh, I can do this shit. Y'all did it. Freaknik, here's looking at you. 30 years later, coming back to bite you in the ass. Charleston White, 40-something years old, grown-ass man, talk like a fucking child, look like a fucking child, dress like a fucking child, conduct himself in these interviews like a fucking child. But we're okay with that because he say some woke shit every now and then. But if a brother or sister come with some real history, oh, you too woke. You one of them. I ain't left nothing in Africa. Y'all stop me when I start lying, because I know I'm not the only one to hear this type of shit. but I am going to call it out. Get over to the comments. Let me do this one more time too for y'all. Boom. Oh, it's already there. So the link is still up there in the chat. Yeah, like he said. He did that. But Charleston talked about King Von too. He was talking about that. And then that's another thing. You'll find somebody worse that you know people are gonna look at, like a King Von. He doing all this shit, and like you say, brother turned out to be basically a fucking serial killer. So of course he's talking about that, which is gonna pivot, take some of the heat off him, and then it's gonna look like, oh, he's pro-black. At least he calling this shit out. Ain't nobody else calling it out. It's plenty of brothers and sisters calling this out. Plenty. It's plenty of black men that ain't okay with this debaucherous behavior. But when we call it out, we simps, we lames, we betas, we suckers, we bitch ass niggas. And guess what? That's not just from other black men. We get that shit from our sisters, from black women. And I know a lot of people don't like it, but you wonder why I don't hesitate to use the word bitch and hoe sometimes when I'm referencing black women. I'm calling you what you're conducting yourself like. Because that's the type of behavior you accept. That's not queen behavior, sis. Let me give you a news flash. That's not sister behavior. That's not queen, mother, goddess of the earth behavior. When you're accepting this shit. Y'all don't understand how much fucking power y'all got. That's why I be on the women's ass, because I know how fucking smart you are. But you support motherfuckers like a Charleston White. Maybe not him as an individual, but motherfuckers like him in the hood because he fun. Oh, that ain't gonna be my man. We just kicking it. He just fun to be around. You giving them access to your time, then your body, then your womb. And now this little motherfucker's bastard children running around and somebody else supposed to pick up the pieces. Not saying all sisters, but it's way, way too many. Let me get over here to these comments before we roll up out of here. Yeah, we can chop it up then. We can do a joint. Matter of fact, we can link up a little bit later. I hit you after I hang up on here. I got an idea. Mo says she didn't hear about Chicago, but they stay beating and bopping folks and feel it. It's everywhere. Look, it's another video I'm getting ready to do. I'm gonna talk about Atlanta summers. They already cranking up. I know it's gonna be a hot summer down here. When y'all see me in the garage, I know y'all haven't seen it for this month. It's Ramadan. Again, I said I was Muslim. I never said I was good at it. I know I've been cussing up a storm, trying to slowly get better, but I haven't smoked for a month. So when Ramadan's over, Thursday or Friday, I'm lighting up a cigar. But when I'm usually out in the garage and I'm chilling and y'all see me do my morning motivations or I'm smoking a cigar or whatnot, that thing is beside me. That Glock 9, it's beside me with one in the head. This Georgia, we open carry down here. And somebody gonna fuck around and find... Look, where my other shit? Again, I ain't got it all lined up like Theo be dropping. But somebody gonna fuck around and find out. Where's my thing? There we go.
As you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out.
I keep it with me because I don't know what's gonna happen. I like to chill in my own house. But guess what? In these neighborhood apps and things like that, people share information. Kids, most of the time is younger kids going around tugging on car doors, trying to see who car they can get in late at night. But I sit out in the garage for some peace. I stay in a nice neighborhood, predominantly heavily black neighborhood in Atlanta. But I ain't no damn fool. I don't want to send nobody baby back to them in a Ziploc, but I will. Because it's just going to be that hot, because it's been consistently that hot. And it's been getting worse and worse. Unfortunately, all the praying, the marches, the things like that, it's been getting worse and worse. Because guess what? Guess one thing we haven't changed. Following the leadership of men. Instead, we listen to the Charleston Whites. because he says a couple of woke things. Mo says it's Philly, Chicago, and LA. I saw the one in Chicago. So I know you said this was a TikTok trend. I'm gonna do some research before we link up Thursday, Broken Traditions. Oh, never late, brother. You right on time, man. Right on time. I appreciate you coming in. You always got the playback. I really appreciate if you do listen to the playback and hit the like button as you come in. I got the what's the name at the top? The poll at the top. Did you take your shoes off before you came in the house? Did you hit the like button? It's all good, Carl, bro. I just appreciate y'all being here. I appreciate y'all helping this channel grow, because I really do want to put my stamp in this YouTube space, podcast space, and go out here and do great things and try to help men get better. Again, find their positive fuck it. Whether you want to be a married man or for life bachelor, I just need you to be a better man, because that's going to be a better leader, which is probably going to be a better husband, a better father, better example, which is going to lead to a better community. Yeah, hey, look, I've been in the Army 15 years. My aim is good. Before I was in the Army, I worked on bank trucks, Mo. So I rode around with millions and millions of dollars in a truck with a pistol on my hip. I had to qualify to have that pistol on my hip. I'm nice with it. I'm not gonna miss. Yeah, but it looks like y'all don't want to cam up. It's okay. I think this is probably some of the most likes I've gotten. Had some good views until it started glitching. I'll probably circle back on this topic again just to do a little short video where it doesn't glitch. I might have to do it as a premiere or just drop the video, just, short 15-minute, maybe, if that, content, because we have been on here. It's probably, it's an hour and a half now. Started at 6. I know we had a couple of glitches. Those of y'all that hung on and came back in with me, I really appreciate that. It really does mean a lot, man. I really appreciate it, because when I started this, I didn't know how it was going to go. I was just talking shit on Facebook, so to speak. But I took a lot of those videos, and those were a lot of my first YouTube videos, was things that I recorded on my phone and put on Facebook during the pandemic. I just did a phone dump and just started rolling from there. And after I finished the phone dump, I was like, well, shit, now I got to start doing content. Here we are, a year later. I'm still here, still pushing, still growing, connected with y'all good people out there. Again, y'all make sure y'all go follow each other. I know we got our own little YouTube family growing. I saw y'all talking about Lincoln in the chat earlier, but I lost it, but it's okay. But again, I'm your host, Kofa, Kofa. Kofa rhymes with sofa, not coffee, not kufu, not Kofi, or any variation thereof. This is G.R.O.W.T.H podcast. Growth stands for gentlemen reaching our wealth through healing. And remember, when you come in here, if you don't like what the fuck I'm talking about,
I built this shit. Me. Brick by brick. And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just because you don't like the way another nigga talk.
I appreciate y'all rocking with me today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As always, you matter. You're not crazy. Make better choices. Peace.